Hello and welcome to another K-maps example. Today we'll be going from a Boolean expression to a truth table to our K-map. And then if you stick around to the end, I'll show you how to go from the Boolean expression straight to the K-map for simplification. To start, we're going to look at our Boolean expression and we're going to transfer it to ones and zeros. So looking at each term, we're going to remember what is true and false. So if you remember, A is 1, and then A naught, which is what that little dash is, that's going to equal 0. So using that logic, we're going to go through and copy this down below. So that's going to be 1, B naught is a 0, C naught is a 0, and D is a 1. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, and lastly 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so now that we've transferred our Boolean expression to ones and zeros, it's a lot easier to read and to transfer onto our truth table. So we're going to start with looking at our first term, which is 1001. And we go into our board and we look for 1001. And then we'll put a 1. This is for our F output, and we're looking for where F equals 1. That's what's important to us. So looking at our next term, we've got 1011, 1011. We'll put a 1 there. Next term is 1101, 1101 up here. Third term, 1110, that's 3 ones and a 0, which is right here. And our last term is all ones, which is our very first. So now that we have our outputs where F is true, we're now going to transfer this onto our K-map. So our first one, we've got 1111. So we're going to come over to our K-map and look at how we divided it up. So remember that for K-maps, when you split up your terms, you can split up however you want as long as you stay consistent. I recommend splitting it up with like the first two letters and then the last two, or the first one and then the next two if there's only 3. So for this, we're going to do A and B and then C and D. So A and B here, we've got 1, 1, and then C and D are 1, 1. So 1, 1, and that'll go over and find 1, 1. So that's our first mark on our K-map. Next, we've got 1, 1, 1, 0. So 1, 1, 1, 0, which is over here. Then we've got 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. That's right here. Then we'll skip down here. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And our last term is 1, 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Now that we have this drawn out on our K-map, we're going to be looking for groupings. The bigger the grouping, the better. Groupings are following this pattern, with 1 being our smallest, and it'll go up past 8. In this class and your next classes in college, you probably won't go past 8, but if you do, have fun with it. That'll be a really big K-map. Okay, so looking on our K-map right here, you'll notice that we've got a box of 4. Let's go ahead and group that. And then we've got a lone 1. So that lone 1 can either be a group by itself in a single box, or we can make it a group of 2 by doing a little overlap here and having a bigger grouping. And that's going to be easier for simplification, which is why I recommend doing a group of 2 instead of 1. Okay, so now that we have our groupings on our K-map, we're going to look at what's similar to get our expressions. So this group of 4, we're looking at first the y-axis, these two, and we're going to say what's staying the same, what's consistent. You'll notice that A stays true while B changes. So that means that A is consistent, so we'll keep A. And then if we go up to the x-axis, you'll notice that we're looking at these two, and that's C and D. And D stays 1 for both of them, and C changes. So that means that D is what we'll write down, because we're looking for things that aren't changing. So this next one, if we look on the y-axis, you'll notice that A and B both stay 1. That one's pretty easy, so we'll just write an A, B. And then if you look up at the top, you'll notice that C stays the same as 1 and D changes from 1 to 0. So that'll be ABC. So here we have our simplified expression. We went from this Boolean expression to this, which is much simpler, and you'll see why in a next video why simplification is so important. If you want to know how to go from this Boolean expression to here, it's a really quick, fast step. You'll notice that here we just split up A, B, C, D. So we'll do the same here. We'll go A, B, C, D. So AB is 1, 0, 1, 0, and CD is 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So that's that one. So you can go straight from the expression to the K-map and skip the truth table altogether. So feel free to use the truth table. You'll get the same answer anyways, or either way. And that is all. So thanks for watching.